Hey guys, Andrew at Prime Medical Training. Today we're going to be talking about how to approach and treat a victim from some sort of an electrocution incident. Before we jump into that, would you please go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel? We would appreciate your support and we would love to engage with you more and keep you posted on future videos that we make. So, how do you deal with somebody who just got electrocuted? You know, oftentimes a bystander, a non-healthcare provider is going to be the first person to approach somebody like this. And so I just wanted to give some tips as a paramedic in my experience, what I would be looking out for and then how I would treat that. So, you know, electrocutions can happen from somebody going and getting their finger in an outlet to a power line and being electrocuted from that. Sometimes like car wrecks, if you knock over an electrical pole and you get downed wires, or we've got operators who are working heavy machinery equipment and they accidentally, the arm of one of those pieces of equipment hits an electrical wire. Those are all very real circumstances that can happen. And so in the event of something like electrical wire, I would think that it's usually going to be pretty obvious and evident, but it may not be, which is why we really stress scene safety and making sure that you are really looking around and knowing what's going on before just rushing in to go help somebody. But if you do have somebody who is the victim of an electrical injury, you just want to make sure that you have enough clearance between you and that piece. I mean, if they're unresponsive, there's a good chance that there's still electrical current flowing through them, in which case you're going to want to try to figure out how you can shut that off. And then once you are sure that they're removed from that, you can drag them away from the electrical apparatus so that you can then start providing treatment and not have to worry about accidentally rubbing up or brushing on something. Electrical injuries are somewhat complex. So you've got two things going on. One is it has affected their heart and it's affected the electrical impulses that are being generated by the heart. And so you could have a cardiac event going on, but also from a trauma standpoint, electrocutions are usually going to present as burns. So you've burned the exterior of your skin. You've also burned potentially things inside your body as well, which you can't really treat. But at least from the exterior side, you're going to treat electrical injuries as a burn and make sure you cover it. We're trying to prevent and reduce any kind of foreign contaminants from getting into that exposed wound. And so loose, dry dressing is going to be the best option there. And then aside from that, like I said, it could be a cardiac event. If the person's been exposed to the electricity for a long enough period of time, you may have cardiac arrest on your hands, and then you're going to also need to be providing CPR. Just make sure you keep your priorities straight, right? Like if somebody's in cardiac arrest, we want to be treating the heart and not their burn wherever wherever the point of contact was on their arm or their leg or their torso. So priorities, airway, breathing, circulation, and then we can look at treating other areas as well. But that's going to be the best way. They're going to be transported by EMS to an emergency room, and really any kind of emergency room is going to be able to treat that, especially if it's cardiac arrest. And so that's usually going to be the steps. They're not fun. There can be a lot of challenges, and there's multiple things going on. It's not just like, oh, this is a trauma, or oh, this is a medical. There's multiple factors, and so it can be a little complex. As a lay responder, I would say the most important thing is just to make sure that you are clearing the scene, making sure it's safe, making sure you're staying safe, and notifying EMS as quickly and early as possible. Those are going to make the two biggest positive outcomes for the victim. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have questions, feel free to drop it down in the comments below, or if you've had experiences with electrical injuries, I would love to hear that and we would love to engage with you there. Again, this is Andrew with Prime Medical Training. Thanks for watching.